Have you ever thought to yourself,
Man, I really wish I could parry a nuclear warhead right about now.
well, think no more because I've got just the solution for you. And that solution is the game VA Proxy. VA Proxy is a Souls-like kind of game where, it's everything is like super huge scale and the fights are pretty difficult, but I think it's a little better than Souls-like games because the parry mechanic is just insanely fun to use. With my only real Souls-like experience coming from Elden Ring, I can say I was not a fan of how parries worked in the game, really, because I didn't fucking understand how they worked at all. But I like the way VA Proxy does their parries because there's different levels of succession for them, with the perfect one basically requiring you to hit it within a couple frames of the attack about to land on you. Parries also come out really fast in this game, so if you just notice an attack or if an attack is just about to hit you, you can basically parry and be perfectly fine. Parries are also the way you heal in the game, with hitting a perfect parry on any attack healing you back up a health point. And the game gives you 3 health points, so you can get hit 2 times before you have to get a perfect parry to heal yourself back up, which I think is difficult, but it's also pretty rewarding when you can really string parries together, just keep the flow state going. And when I say you can parry every attack in the game, I quite literally mean every single attack. Like, there is a boss fight at the end of the demo, which is just this giant fucking robot that you can parry literally every single swing of its giant ass arms coming at you. The game also lets you, not parry perfectly. You just don't get healed, and instead of staying right next to the boss or whatever enemy you're fighting, it knocks you back so you can't really continue immediately with a follow-up hit. With the game having a parry system, there is, of course, actual combat. It's just all melee focused. The only range attack you really get is the droid that's kind of like the pod from Nier Automata, which shoots out a couple beams, lasers, like balls, missiles, all that type of stuff that gives you range, but really that's not going to be the main focus of your damage. The weapons did take me a second to get used to because they are so unique. Like, the game does play like a beat 'em up style with more of the grunt type enemies, but the weapons also handle differently. Specifically the swords, for example, if it's in or out of the scabbard, the attack is different. So there's the charge attacks, for example. If you try to hold a charge attack, it's going to be different if you have the sword unsheathed or sheathed, which I think is pretty cool because most games don't really take the time or consideration to actually make that an option. Despite the fantastic combat, what really drew me in was the map itself, and it's not the size of the map, because while the map, yes, was big, it was more the scale of the map. Like, you literally felt like this tiny ant in this world of giants. And because of that scale, most enemies or just other random creatures around the map are bigger than you, which really helps accentuate a uniqueness to the style of combat, because you're fighting constantly something that's always bigger than you versus something that's even like maybe a bit your size. The map is fucking gigantic though. Like, it's not just the sheer scale of like I'm small and there's a bunch of big shit around me, but it's also just a large map in and of itself. Like, there's a good amount of space to walk around on the above ground, but there's a lot of space underground, like a giant tunnel system and you can just walk around in. Like, I'm not joking when I say it took me about an hour and a half to get through almost everything in the game, and that's just the walking part. That's not even any of the combat. Sadly, that's all there really is to the game right now. While I did say yes, you can parry nukes, that's not really a possibility at the moment because it's not in the demo, but I would recommend giving the demo a try yourself just because I think the combat's really fun, and just walking around the map is also really cool in and of itself, just to be able to experience the scale. But thank you for watching. That's, like I said, that's all I've got, and have a good day, morning, night, evening, whatever it is for you, and I'll see you again real soon.